no gossip. I know it's difficult, but no gossip. If you can gossip about someone, then that person knows that you can gossip about them. The best thing is not to gossip about anyone. Welcome to Unplugged, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sohail Hashmi, and it's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you today. What is Unplugged? Well, Unplugged is a channel where we talk about specific things which are important and things which I think need to be said. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome. Very nice having you here. And those of you who've come back to the channel, thank you very much indeed. Good to see you here. Today we're going to be speaking about please and thank you. I never really thought I'd be speaking about this, but I think one of the most important things on this is not that we are rude or we forget. I think sometimes we need to be reminded because we believe, or we've given this thing to ourselves that we believe that life is so fast that some of those things of giving respect maybe are somehow forgotten about. And we are all guilty of this. I know I am. So I thought it would be important to do a program on this. One of the first things I want to talk about is, of course, the mobile phone. I still sometimes catch myself from doing this. I don't know that you're actually looking at the phone and talking to the other person at the same time. So they're talking to you, you're doing something, you know that they're talking to you, and you're saying, yeah, I can hear you, please carry on. Now, if somebody did that to you, how would you feel? So if you would feel bad about it, which I know I feel bad about it, hey, look at me, give me eye-to-eye contact. This is important here. Talking to you about something important. Put the phone down. The phone must go down. Concentrate, eye-to-eye, and listen to what the person is saying. I'm going to be talking about listening further on, but I think this mobile phone etiquette is very important. I know that I've already done one of these vlogs before, and I'll put that down at the bottom for you to have a look at as well. One of the other things which I feel is very, very important is the basis of having good manners at home. We think that, okay, we can treat everybody in our house differently, but when we go outside, we can be nicer to people or whatever. We see these people all the time, our brothers, sisters, mom. So it's okay, we can take them for granted. But if you start at home with respect, please, thank you. Thank you is a beautiful word in Urdu, shukriya, aapka bahut bahut shukriya. It gives a nice feeling to the other person. The other person feels respected. And this is very important, especially in this day and age when we're forgetting about these things. So I think that manners and politeness really does start at home. I said I was going to talk about listening, and listening is very important because, we've got 2 ears, 2 eyes, and only really 1 mouth. What a pity. If only we had 6. No, but jokes apart. When you're in a social gathering or wherever you are, it's very important to actually listen to what someone is saying and then answer them back. Usually what happens, that we are always in a hurry to be able to put our points of view behind, and maybe they haven't finished what they're talking, but we're just interrupting them all the time. So if you're interrupting people, that is a little on the rude side. Let them finish what they're saying, and if they're carrying on and you can say, well, have you finished what you're saying? Can I now speak? Is it possible? I just wanted to make sure that I've got everything that you've said. Now you've said this, blah, 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 but I feel that. And then when you've listened to what they're saying, then is a good time because you understand now to be able to talk to them and ask them back. You do not need to interrupt people all the time. And this is something that we keep on doing. We forget. I know I do it. I have to keep on reminding myself. So I have to keep on seeing this vlog to actually remind myself. But you know what I mean. Now, when you do speak to people, and it's a social gathering and you've met them for the first time, you don't need to go on and on and on and speak about yourself, what you're doing, what your life's all about. Speak about them. People always like speaking about themselves. So in order to get a good rapport there, a good communication, you can always ask them questions. Where have you done? Where have you been? What have you done in life? What do you feel like doing in the future? How? So people like to talk about themselves. If you start a conversation and you just keep on talking about yourself, very soon you'll find that they're getting bored. If you just give it back to them and ask them good questions will get you good answers from them, and of course they will be interested to speak about themselves. So this is usually what the case is. So if you haven't tried that out, do try that out. And along with that, I would suggest no gossip. I know it's difficult, but no gossip. If you can gossip about someone, then that person knows that you can gossip about them. The best thing is not to gossip about anyone. One of the last things that I'd like to talk about is timing. I don't know what's happened, but we've sort of like forgotten about timing. That when we said this is the time we're going to be there, we try and see whether we can get there on time, or if we're going to be late, please do make a phone call or send a sort of a text message or a WhatsApp message saying, we're going to be a little late, but we're on our way, or I'm on my way, I'm sorry for the delay, or make a phone call that I'm going to be even slightly later, so that they know that they've got another half an hour to wait for you, so they can do something important to them in that time. So it's always good to let people know, because you don't want your guest or your friend to be in anxiety and for them to phoning you up. Hey, you haven't reached here yet, what's happening? You know? And they find out you're at home still. So it's not a very nice thing. We've all been through it, but hopefully we don't need to now, right? I hope that you've found these tips interesting. I know that you know them, I know that you've been through them, but sometimes we need to remind ourselves. And this is one of those reminder, please and thank you things which are very, very important. Holding the door open for someone else, walking with someone together, not, being on the phone and going forward, they're following behind. It's good to walk together. These are things that make people happy. These are things, this is the way we used to be like this. What happened? I hope you found this vlog interesting. And if you have any points to add or anything that you'd like to say which you agree or disagree, please do put them in the comments section. Very, very important for us, because caring is sharing. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe and press the red bell icon so that you'll know when I take out my next video. In the meantime, thank you so much for listening. I shall see you in the next episodes. Respects to you and to your loved ones.